know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in the they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey. You got three. Three down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Richmond.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Tiger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Reset.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Chris Harris with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! No. Check, Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it. Cook. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going.
Reset! Check 15. Staying open. Tight dog. Black 99, feel it. Right there, 40's right. Reset.
They run a draw here on second down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. 40's the mic. Richmond. No. Off.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line. Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
319! 319! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. Throwing deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them. You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Here's Watson now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game. And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football? Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. To throw on second is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Linval Joseph. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Flag 99, feel it. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Watson just beating the play clock. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Reset, reset, reset.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They'll go with Foreman, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a run with Carr. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with... The 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Murray. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
9 seconds to play. Likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They're going to look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Andre Howell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Check. Black 99 Philly! Tiger!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Black 22! Black 22!
Watson on first down. Fighting his way through contact. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Check! Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
On 1st down, Murray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete here. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 5.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They come out here in the I. They'll roll for it. This is Murray. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a first down throw, Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
4 down. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Richmond. Check. Watch 54. Tiger. I'm here all day.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A handoff. It's Murray. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Leopard. Leopard. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set, 3-19. 3-19.
They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Set, 3-19. 3-19. Check 52.
carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gone! No. Check. Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing now, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw, sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.